that means it has grooves in it.
Mostly just because we've been live for 14 minutes.
We know.
Do what?
We know.
Yes, and now we're into the live screen, whatever that word. If you guys have noticed, the Foundry looks way different than it did before.
Yeah, not only that, you managed to improve performance somehow.
It's just the update to version 12?
13.
13
yeah, but
with
last time I had like 500 ping, whereas right now I have a very manageable 63.
I've also taken out some of the mods that I had, just because it wasn't they weren't really working well, and I can't figure out how to get the UI to look the same as it did before, so it's going to be a learning curve to get back to it on this side. But hopefully we can get everything situated and better, and then when we do the catch up for everybody, we'll basically be able to get everybody to fiddle around with it, because I don't feel, unless there's a twisted fate of the dice, I don't foresee much combat, if any, today. It's mostly just going to be prepping and storytelling, maybe some venturing into some towns and whatever, who knows. But before we get into it, JJ, how was your past 2 weeks?
Okay, I guess.
Learned any new recipes?
Recipes?
Yeah. Aren't you doing cooking stuff now?
Not right now.
Oh. Well then.
I don't think he meant this second. I think he just meant as a job.
I've been learning how to make a bunch of cocktails.
Bartending. And Lexi also says, hey, she misses her Asian friend.
Is that what I am now? The Asian friend?
Ooh. Reduced to where you're from, man. Brutal.
Italian JJ and Chinese JJ.
Yeah, we have two different types of JJs.
I was raised in Italy. I speak 3 different languages fluently, including Mandarin, Chinese, and English, and I am known as the Asian guy, despite the fact that in the Asian community I am seen as exotic and foreign as well.
Yes.
Yeah, you are exotic and foreign.
That's pretty common with people who are of mixed ethnicities.
Fuck my Chungus life.
You're not fully white, and you're not fully whatever else you are. Or...
Well, and whatever politics there requires me to be when gerrymandering comes about.
Uh-oh.
Yes. That is 100% correct.
Oh.
Gerrymandering?
Gerrymandering.
Yeah, gerrymandering, why not?
Gerrymandering.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Jerry Mandarin.
That's what we call it when Americans try to speak Chinese without knowing Chinese. We call it gerrymandering.
Gerrymandering.
It's like instead of saying ni hao, it's ni howdy.
Ni howdy. Yes. How do you say?
I did the bartending thing once before when I was in Japan.
Fuck me! I just realized. I wish we had more melee characters.
Well, was it you, Niklaus, that was saying that you had a coworker?
Yeah.
Character?
I will see if he's still interested. Last I knew, this game overlaps with one of his real like in-person games.
That's not good. Speaking of Niklaus, how was your past 2 weeks?
I'm surviving, man. Rolling with the punches.
Ain't we all?
Anybody who ever thought about getting into local politics, don't.
I can't even.
It's not worth it.
I like
can't
how you
even-
thought, man, this is going to be okay. No way local people are. I mean, have you seen Parks and Rec? I feel like that's a. That feels like everyone in my city, and I'm in Atlanta. Like, it can't be better in smaller cities.
Dude, I can't even. I would say Atlanta is like Parks and Rec as well as The Office when it comes to politics.
It's kind of weird. Although I should say it's not Atlanta proper. It's Johns Creek.
Ew, it's worse. Now you got all the rich snobs.
Well, no, some of them are in Alpharetta and Buckhead. It really depends on whether you want old money or new money.
And then if you want that somehow they have money, Milton.
That feels about right.
Yeah. What about you, Matt? How was your past 2 weeks?
Wild. Had had the VP thrown me under the bus the last time we talked?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. He screwed up, blamed me. Everyone was like, that doesn't seem right. And then the person he was doing the project for, he apparently went, well, one, he complained to my boss, and she was like, that doesn't sound right. Then he complained to her, and she was like, that doesn't sound right. I tried to downplay it, but you can only do it so much because they're like, none of what you're saying makes sense. Great. So he's like, nothing's gonna happen to him because he's a freaking VP, but I actually didn't have any. I'm not any worse for the wear because of it.
Dang.
So the VP of our most profitable product was like, I want to maintain our working relationship. It's like that's okay. I like that. You're more important than this random analytics ding dong. But it's just been, 5 people, 1 car.
Sounds like the start of a good movie.
3 dudes in the bathtub 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Exactly. Never
I
gay.
see. The hottest thing about what you just said was 5 feet apart in a bathtub, and it's like, man, I want that bathtub. That sounds amazing.
Very spacious bathtub. Little do
Yeah.
you know. Little do you know, I can take a 5-foot step and enact gay with one action.
Hey, that's fine. My wife and I can enact anything as well, but we can also sit comfortably in the bath, and it wouldn't be absolutely miserable.
Right.
See,
Why do they
both
make
hands.
bathtubs so dang small?
I have no idea. They don't really want people to wash.
You wash first and then you relax in the bathtub.
Can't remember the last time I've been in a bathtub. I've just been taking showers since who knows how long.
Last week.
Yeah. Well, a little earlier than last week, but yeah.
And I was in there last week.
But in my shower. Oh yeah, how could I have forgotten?
I'm too big for the tub here, so I don't get a proper bath.
Ha, you're fat
No, I'm tall.
and fat.
No,
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Tall enough not to fit in most baths.
Yeah. If I
Yep.
were to lay down with my shoulders covered by the water, my knees are sticking out of the water. Lexi's a midget, is what she said.
Oh,
she's
she
not
said it.
feeling good at the moment, so I will, if I do say, hey, I'm going to go, I'll be like grabbing her some water or something like that, so it won't take too long. But
Okay.
all right, so last episode you guys started the fight with the Silverfists and the Forged Ones. The avatar of Tiamat, her right hand, also known as her concubine, according to Matru, um, entered the battlefield through a portal of shadow, where Tal'Nakhor himself called out Kine for a one-on-one duel. During this one-on-one duel, Kine was teleported to an extra dimensional space of what the future would look like if chaos took over and fully engulfed Almeria after a long and intense battle, which actually, if you equate it out into seconds, was less than a minute, pretty much. Which is odd and weird, is like it takes that long to just defeat one of the big bads. Upon his defeat, his shadow armor and his sword were basically turned into black, crumbly mush, and you had an encounter with Tiamat, and chaos was ripped from Lucius's body, and he crumpled to the ground, thus dispelling the illusion and the dimensional lock that you were in, and you were placed back into Almeria proper in the midst of the waning battle of victory that your companions had waged against the Silverfist and the Forged. As the last of the Silverfist members rushed through the diminishing shadow portal, Kine laid his first gaze upon the hybrid form of Moon Hanul and was taken aback by his, was it 3 tails or 4 tails?
It was 5. It is currently 6.
Oh, his 5-tailed hybrid kitsune form.
I knew you were a fucking furry.
With all this said, you all went back to the tower to get some much earned and well earned rest. And Niklaus, when you went back to check on the dragon egg, you noticed that it looked like it was a little bit brighter, that it looked a little bit closer to hatching, and there was a lot more warmth to it than there had previously been. And that is where we left off, and we are starting with the day after the battle. You all will be waking up to the tower a bustle. Apparently, your commanders in chiefs, i.e., the Atira, the king of Haven, all of that had stayed and had basically now have made your base. You are now recognized as the impromptu rulers of this area. So you do all gain the title of Baron. The king is running around, well, not himself, but he's having servants, and Sir Dave himself, even though you can't see him, they're all running around getting things tidied. The missives are coming in, the owls are coming in, the ravens, all that are coming in with notes of Silverfist activity. And that is what you all will wake up to in the morning as you come down for breakfast.
Right. Mr. Moon.
Like to
Sorry, I was dealing with tense negotiations over how much beans could be eaten.
All the beans.
Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong answer. Because my daughter is full, but wants more beans on a different day. So she wants her half can of beans. And there might be an honest to God fight.
Oh,
Let's
geez.
take her beans. And my son's just like, I'm going to eat all the beans. And then I'm going to eat all the meat. And then I'm going to eat all the next meat. And then if I find more beans, I'm going to eat the beans. And I'm like,
Jesus
I need you
Christ.
to not shit the bed. So, what did I miss as I was dealing with that? I
Oh,
feel like I was gone for 2 minutes, and it was exactly when someone talked to me.
it was just basically me doing a recap. You guys will be waking up in the morning to having the King of Haven, having his servants run around, the Atira. Everybody's basically that was part of your command from the day before. We're all running around trying to get things situated, organized. You are getting a steady stream and influx of missives from various parts of the western part of Almeria about Silverfist incursions. It seems that people with ears to the trees and ears to the ground have been keeping the world updated about your comings and goings, and you are now all barons. And the land that the Drew August Tower sits upon is yours, as well as the tower.
I'm glad that they acknowledged something they didn't have a choice in.
I am afraid that I cannot accept the title of Baron.
Who do you say this to?
To whoever informs me of this.
The king.
I cannot accept the title of Baron. As a Carnifex, I have given up the opportunity to earn any titles of my own until I complete my oath to Bahamut.
Well, I would
any
like
and
to.
Go ahead.
Well, I would like to say that as long as you reside on your own land, you do have the ability to take on the title of Baron, and it is there for you when you need it.
That is fine, but until then, I am simply Kind Theodovis, Carnifex of the 31st Legion.
Very well. Yeah, you.
Simply, yeah. Baron rolls off the tongue a lot easier.
Baron Kind? No.
There isn't any conflict, right, between I guess my home my what is it, Urger is the one that I'm from.
Earther?
And being a Earther
Yeah.
and being a Baron.
No.
Like they're not gonna throw all right, yeah, cool.
No, it shouldn't.
Does it come with a stipend or just
Foxy Baron.
responsibilities?
Well, you get a stipend, but it's not per se because it's such a small area. It's not even one that would. It's like 2 square miles of land that you have.
Man,
But it's
they need to
a
learn from England.
but it is a title.
He's probably
Former
asking
Prince Harry has 0 land and he still gets like $8 million a year.
Who?
Prince Harry.
Well, he's also a prince.
Well, no, he's not. He gave back everything except for like his minor titles, and he still gets like he's just independently wealthy by having a minor title.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's not okay.
I think the reason Moon Hanul is asking is because Duraga's tower's thousands of years old, and so probably doesn't have modern plumbing and sewage.
If you say this anywhere in the vicinity of Sir Dave, he goes, good sirs, I'll have you know, I kept this updated to the greatest of my abilities. We have running water.
Am I able to get any of the missives from the ravens or owls or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely. You would see that there's like various like small hamlets where the sorry, where like sheep herders or goat tenders have seen in the distance like the banners of the Silverfists marching. You know, be like in contingents of like, you know, 2 to 5 squads per contingent that they see marching. You know, between what 20 and 30 people. And this is just these are various messages that you'll see. Nothing truly stands out of saying that the Silverfists are, you know, there's a mass attack of them on the steps of Kalador or Haven or anything like that. It's just small pockets of. It's like raiding parties in essence of them trying to catch, to go to these small villages and hamlets to take, you know, prisoners and stuff. A lot of the missives are saying that the survivors of Tavaria have spread the word that that the way to beat them is to stand up to them, and so they've enlisted like the help of, especially with the oh dang, I forgot what they're called, the Atira people, the people from the three sisters, the mercenaries that come to the mainland. They hire them. The thieves guilds, the adventurers guilds, and all that have been enlisted to help defend, because you brought a beacon to the world and you're uncovering the wool of over people's eyes, of them being disillusioned by the whole Silverfist movement, and they don't want to they don't want to sit back and take the punishment anymore, and they want to fight, and you've given them a reason to fight. So a lot of the missives are stating that, you know, we contracted 3 members of the Thieves Guild in Ariargon and 2 members of the Adventurers Guild to help defend this hamlet up close to Hayvold and stuff like that. So it's just the communication going back and forth of like troop movements and, hey, we've noticed this, hey, we have defenses ready and all that. So you do see the workings that is happening in Almeria since Tavaria.
Okay.
Okay, so we are. Like professionals? Not professionals, but landed gentry. We are nobles. And
Yes.
everyone is trying to recoup from the battle, and we are seeing the movements going on.
Say again?
Sorry, I was taking a sip. We're seeing the movements going on across Almeria and the continent as people are responding to the Silverfists incursions in various places. Now, is this something where the incursions are like they've been going on and people are just not talking about them, or did it come around the same time that they hit our tower?
Once you guys woke up in the morning is when you noticed the missives were coming in.
Yes, I guess my question is, are these missives they weren't sending to us because no one took us seriously, or are they things that are coming in because they are net new activity?
Because it's new activity, but also because the fact that you have two leaders of a civilization in your location, and they are having their own missives sent to you to your location as well. So you're getting, now that you are nobles, you are getting the ability to be present and of certain goings-ons in the world, if that makes any sense.
Are there any regions where let me rephrase. Is the net new activity happening in specific regions, or is it just an uptick in general activity? So like, let's say the Dwarven Kingdom, did they see nothing and now they are seeing something, or were they seeing stuff and now they're just seeing more, type of a situation?
It's kind of both, but also it's like people who saw something but never said anything, and now that now that there's somebody out there who is fighting back, you can see that it's like they're wanting to fight back as well.
So we have to identify the Silverfists' next movement. You know, they're just from the area, and that's where they're based, or is it like the royalty is like, yeah, these guys, they're doing it right?
Kind of. What you are seeing is that, what you do know generally is that the headquarters of the Silverfists is in Macaw. And as with every organization, cult, whatever, or group, they send out, what are they called? Recruitment campaign. And so they recruit people, and they do these travels across the world to sow dissent or sow their vision into other people's minds. And then, so you'll have like little, camps set up, all throughout Almeria, where they'll have, couple double digits of people, and they're recruiting them. They're also capturing if they can. But everything stems from Macaw. Now that you're being recognized by royalty, you've become nobility. You're getting a lot more information than you were getting previously to just being your random adventurers. The church recognizes you, the royalty of Haven recognizes you, and you literally are traveling with the cousin of the Atira for the Perisu people. And you also just happen to be friends with the son of the Atira of the Perisu people.
Didn't he die in the last battle?
Gyrus?
Yeah, I thought you said he died.
No, let me see. Large battlefield. Let me go back here. Not this one. Big battle scene. Who died? Was Bjorn Atira's son, an unknown adventurer that I have listed here. Known as Belisov Paul, which, if you knew who Belisov Paul was, it was a character that was played a while back and became Reese's traveling companion, and she died in the battle. A Aragwen Wise Creek Coppermoon passed away in the battle, and a creature known as Krigg, who was a Goran druid, passed away. Everybody else received major injuries, which was Reese. Jacoby, and Arn, Atira's son, the brother of Bjorn. Everybody else was pretty safe.
So, how many sons does the Atira have or had?
So, Atira's son is actually the name of their last name. So, their father, if you're named Atira's son, you're not actually blood related. It's more along the lines of like an honor guard.
Okay. And then Dark Doom Mills, her niece, didn't she die too?
Yes, that was Copper Moon, and that is
That's this one, I thought.
yeah. So she is the niece of the grandmother, and I'm trying to find her. Where did I put her? Oh, she's in the infirmary. And she is I know her name, I just don't have it right now. But the grandmother who has all the knowledge of the pancakes, she's the
Knowledge of
one.
the pancakes.
She's the one who is in the infirmary at the moment.
Okay. Do we have some sort of I can't think of the words, like ritual
strategy
for death?
But the Bahamut, the Church of Bahamut would have like burial rites and rituals and stuff that they would do for those who've passed.
I suppose at least some of my time here as cleric should be doing their rites, you know.
Yeah.
Roll on like Southern Baptist preacher words and why we are gathered here today, we may never know.
They died.
Why the fuck did you turn into Christopher Walken?
All I know is that we are here today. Trying to find a good background music.
As long as it's not more of your soundboards.
Oh, just wait until you have to switch screens again.
I need an adult.
Stop.
You're gonna need an adult.
You're about to need a doctor.
All the way from Italy, he's gonna kick your ass.
This one. Okay. So what do y'all plan on doing with this knowledge of all the missives and stuff?
So we have to come up with some kind of strategy around how we are going to deal with, as you know, a continent, the incursions of the Silver Hand, as well as dealing with just the general
populace.
Like overall, what do we do about Tiamat and Chaos and all that fun stuff? Is this something where we should essentially be dispatching our people to go handle?
Well, I mean,
I have a quest.
I mean, I wouldn't say that you necessarily have a standing army, but you do have potential people at your disposal.
Well, yeah, I mean, like all of the heroes around here are functionally a standing army.
Yeah. Except for the dwarves, they had to get back to Keldor. But everybody else, and also the dwarves took their dead with them.
That makes sense.
But you were able to say, hey, you two become battle buddies, take a couple take some gold, go get some horses and some supplies, and head out to this village to help reinforce or to help this and that. Because everybody that is part of your standing militia, I want to say, has had combat experience with the Forged, so they know how to deal with them. If you can kill a Forged, you can kill a Silverfist, kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
Sending, essentially, we have all of these organizations that we are attached to, and some of their key members are, I don't want to say vassals, but they are predisposed to us. So it would make sense to try and find the places that need either the most shoring up in terms of power quickly, or fit someone's suitable skill sets and dispatch. I don't know if we can even handle that to maybe Galira and the Atira. They seem to have quite a bit of skill in handling.
You could definitely
this type of thing. One runs various organizations within a civilization, and the other one, what is she, like the Thieves Guild, the Assassins Guild, the Asshole Guild? I don't remember.
She used to be part of the Church of Bahamut, and they're basically investigators. So she's you would say she's like part of like a shadow guild.
Yep. So it seems, is there anyone else that would have I guess from a strategic dispatch perspective, better than them? I don't know if Gyrus was more tactical or leadership.
Gyrus is the leader of the Desert Blades, which is a resistance group in Macaw that fights back the Silverfists there.
Okay, so he'll be in and out doing what he can.
Yeah, you do have Alaric the Mad, who, isn't necessarily the greatest at planning battle, but he is good at preparing defenses. And then you obviously have the king and queen of Haven, who...
Yeah, I assume that they wouldn't necessarily be living here.
No, they were, while you were indisposed, they were helping.
Yeah. I'm looking for someone to leverage on a more semi-permanent basis.
You do know that you have Alaric, Talon, Gyrus, and Galira at your disposal full time currently. The Atira will have to get back to manage her people. Let's see who else.
Yeah, but she's like, 3 hours and a teleport. She can come by and say hi anytime she wants.
Yeah. You do have Odic, who is the your tower. The kitchen of your tower has also now become the new location for the stuck pig. You do not have patrons there, so you do not have to worry about having unwanted guests. But right. Odic may seem to be more than he is.
He seems much like an intelligent broker. I don't know if his shield is raised. Gotta watch out for that.
Oh, it's a phalanx bonus.
But yeah, I think we should take some time, identify a couple of hot spots, and dispatch some of our skilled allies, and then look at what's next in terms of the larger strategic picture against chaos. Do we have any idea what they're doing now? I mean, we recovered an egg, and we stopped their assault on our tower, which was obviously a big push for them.
No words yet. However, oh gosh, I can't. Hold on. Let me pull up Scabbard real quick. I was actually just on Scabbard today. Places. Hamlet? No, not Hamlet. Small town? No. Village community? Darkdew Mills. Hilda Greenleaf is no, it's not Hilda Greenleaf. It's the healer from the Three Sisters. I just can't remember her name. So the healer in the infirmary, Goss and Niklaus y'all are up there checking on Limmel, and also with Kome and Suzume. They're slowly making recovery. Let's just call her Mistress. Yeah, let's just call her Mistress Hasty because it's easy and I know the name. But Kine, you'll get a note or a message from Sir Dave from the infirmary that your old mentor has slowly awoken.
And that's something. Out of curiosity, what the hell kind of scenario are we in right now? Because I have no idea what the fuck is going on. Are we just all around the tower doing our own thing, or are we actually here where we are?
You're just doing your own thing. I didn't want to move people around when they didn't want to be moved.
Alright, because I am incredibly disoriented. Anyway, assuming that I am in my room, minding my own business, and Dave, being the creepiest, has just been waiting for the opportunity to just jump at me from the shadows.
As one does.
What time is it?
Sir, it is a little after 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow. I thought it'd be later. Alright, get the hell out of here. I need to get changed.
As you wish, sir.
Khan is gonna go about his morning routines, stare at his face, notice that his beard has become a little unkempt. Everything has become a little unkempt. He hasn't had the time for personal grooming. Well,
Groomer.
ever since his horns started growing out of control and he seems to be unable to file them down anymore, the things refuse to come off his head.
As you're staring at your unkempt beard in the mirror, you hear really, really close to your ear. Would you like for me to take care of that for you, sir?
Get the hell out of my abode!
As you wish, sir.
Kine is going to quickly splash some water on his face and going to go look for the first person he comes across in his party.
All right.
If he went down the stairs, who will he realistically run into first? I'll let Moon or what's his face? Niklaus. I'll let Niklaus decide if I manage to find him.
I don't know about you, but I was relatively unscathed from the combat, so I would probably be up and about as early as necessary to get stuff done.
As my character goes down the building and before he arrives in meeting, I'm assuming Mr. Moon, unless you'd like to roleplay your character doing something else. How is the atmosphere around the tower?
It's calm. It's sunny outside. You hear the birds chirping. The aftermath of the battle. You're not near the battle itself per se, but you're close enough. You don't smell anything that would indicate that there was a battle recently. You'll have like the opportunity to talk to some of the other like comings and goers that are helping, that the elves and a lot of the other adventurers and mercenaries that were part of the help basically have organized the dead to be prayed over, burned, or buried.
Kine is going to flare his nostrils with a heavy sigh, sounding slightly annoyed before spotting Moon, and I'm going to say, Mr. Hanul, best of mornings to you.
Midday morning, I don't know if it's the best one I've had.
Do you feel the same as I do?
Do you feel?
Confused. And also uneasy. Everything is too calm. Everything that has just transpired, I don't know how I should react. We've won, but this nagging feeling of anxiety just doesn't seem to want to leave me alone. It's like we're forgetting something, or this is a moment that will not last. I don't know. Am I being too overly pessimistic?
Well, we haven't won. We had a victory, yes. But it's a step back at most for our enemies. We have to keep moving. We have to find out what their next step is going to be and start going towards there. Whether we need to gather intelligence or go out and, I guess, proactively procure information, I don't yet know, but I don't know. It seems like another day, another dollar here.
Well, now that things have calmed down, I'll be able to properly send letters over to the Order. At the end of the day, I'm still a Carnifex and I still have to follow orders. Perhaps today will be the last time that we travel down the same road. Unless you have considered becoming a member of the Bahamut Ecclesiarchy.
I can't imagine them sending you on any quest that is more vital than what you're doing here.
That's just That's just it. I'm a foot soldier at the end of the day. I think I have been getting too comfortable with pushing the boundaries of what I'm allowed to do. At the end of the day, a
It
soldier
sounds
is...
like the church needed some pushed boundaries. They have gone through just as much as we have and are still reeling from. It seems like ages ago, but DM, how long has it been since the church story arc where the shit hit the fan and everyone like turned into half assholes?
That was like end of first season.
So like
Is when
2 months ago?
In game?
Like yeah, in game.
It was like 2 or 3 months ago, yeah.
Yeah, like it's been 2 or 3 months since a grand upheaval. I imagine for people who truly follow Bahamut, they want nothing more than a devout believer who denies on zealotry, going out and doing Bahamut's will.
You presume much about the scriptures of the divine, but perhaps there's some wisdom to what you say. I'm going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to hand you a small bag.
What's in the bag?
This is the last of my ember leaf. I decided I'm going to quit smoking, at the very least for a while.
All right. I have no such compunctions.
Yeah.
I'll make sure it's disposed of well.
Well, let's just say that my body is no stranger to the abuse of certain substances, and I don't want to push my limits more than I have already.
I've been meaning to experiment more fully with the effects of certain herbs and my foray into the occult.
As long as you don't fry that brilliant mind of yours, you are free to do as you wish.
A common misconception. My power derives not from my mind, merely the application of my power, although I guess that would be even scarier in some cases.
It is magic. I need not make sense of it, just know that it works.
Oh, it works.
Speaking
I gained a couple of breakthroughs in our last encounter.
Breakthroughs, you don't say. Perhaps that's something you'd be willing to talk about the next time we stop at a tavern. And on the topic of magic, have you seen the Archivist?
I have not seen him this morning. I would check either the Stuck Pig or the Infirmary. He does frequent Limmel's side.
We're a long way from the Stuck Pig, wouldn't you say, Mr. Hanul?
No, we're about 2 floors up.
At the Stuck Pig?
Seems Odic has taken a liking to our galley and has set up a semi-permanent second location with his brother. Insert the name of the guy I can't remember right now.
Kind scoffs incredulously and crosses his arms. I find it hard to believe that he thinks it's profitable to set up shop here, considering this is not exactly an area of high traffic.
I don't think he deals in spirits as much as he deals in other commodities. This is probably going to be very profitable for him in the long run.
I see. Well, unless you wish to deliberate some more, Mr. Hanul, I think I'll be looking for the Archivist. If my gut is right, and it usually is, that he's almost certainly praying or overseeing the young girl.
I would agree.
Well,
I'm going to go look over some of the communiques from this morning. I'll let you know if I find anything. And then I do so.
Thanks for this brief moment of idle chatter. If you see Galera, tell her that I need to talk with her. Other than that, I wish you a pleasant morning.
You too. Stay away from the Silverfists today.
I'm going to lightly punch his. I'm going to lightly punch his shoulder as I turn around and head back up the stairs.
Please remember, some of us are frail.
You're stronger than you gave yourself credit for, and I grin as I walk away.
Not in the arm.
As I make my way up the stairs, am I able to find Niklaus? I head for the infirmary.
All right, so you get to the infirmary, and you notice that along with, you notice that Goss is there with Limmel.
Okay. I'm going to grab the door, twist it, and I'm going to go... Very squeaky door. Hello? Knock knock, it's the spirit of goodwill.
The Mistress Hasty will look up at you and be like, yes, I guess your old mentor is awake-ish and is wondering where he's at.
Who in the name of the divine dragon are you?
The healer?
We have a healer?
Yes, the Atira brought me.
Oh, that explains why I know nothing about you. You're one of Goss's people.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, have you seen a man about yay high, wears a robe, has a gavel that is kind of like a blackish blue metal, possibly overseeing a young girl about 12, maybe 11 years old?
If you mean Limmel, she's over there, next to young Goss. But the other young man that you speak of, I believe he went up to the roof.
The roof?
Yes.
That is something.
The roof is on fire.
Oh, that is
We don't
something.
need to watch that motherfucker burn.
That is something I will certainly be looking into. I'm going to step into the room and gently close the door behind me, lower the pitch of my voice as to not to disturb the other people who are recovering. And in the most unstealthy way I can, I'm going to tiptoe with my sabatons over to Niklaus.
Niklaus or Goss?
Niklaus.
Oh, so you went up to the roof?
No, I want to talk with Niklaus, or is Goss here?
He's up
Goss
in the roof. You
yeah.
were just told.
Oh,
Yeah, Goss is
the roof.
Goss is in the room with Limmel.
Oh, I thought Goss was, it was the opposite. Okay, I will go up to the roof then.
Okay.
Never mind. I'm going to very quietly wish everybody good recovery, close the door, and skedaddle my way upstairs. When I arrive on the roof, on which I'm assuming is the tower terrace, what do I see Niklaus doing?
I guess Niklaus is no longer up there.
Archivist?
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. I'm up here.
No. You come out from one of the. Oh, what's it called? What are the teeth on the battlements of a circular tower called?
Hello.
No, they're not
They're
called
called
hello.
No, I'm sitting up here with
crenellations.
a dragon egg.
Right?
The crenellations is what you're thinking of, right?
Right. I was just thinking to myself, he's hiding behind one of the crenellations, just pokes his head out. Anyway, unimportant. Archivist, I see you're up early.
Hello.
Yeah.
Come on.
Fuck your soundboard.
I'm trying to turn it off.
Fuck, it's so fucking hard, man.
Every time.
Keen
Hello?
is like, Keen is like, Archivist, are you up here? And then all of a sudden you hear, hello?
Oh God! Archivist, you've been turned into a child!
I need an adult.
Oh no. I'm an adult,
No.
but not that type of adult.
I need to figure out how to pause the soundboard.
Oh, you do that.
Click on the soundboard and hit Alt F4.
Well, no, that well, it also is my microphone. Soundboard.
Oh, well, he's figuring that out. And once again, good morning to you, Archivist. I see you're up early.
Good morning, Kine. Yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I've been making my rounds. I was in the infirmary earlier with Limelangaus, and I decided I'd come up here. The egg has changed. Do you see it?
I can't say I've been keeping very close attention, but I'm going to believe you when you say it has changed.
It's warmer. It's emanating heat.
Well, I hope that in overseeing the egg, you haven't neglected your own health. I mean, lack of sleep isn't something that a priest should be proud of.
Don't worry about me, friend. Bumbles bounce.
If you haven't been able to sleep, does that mean that everything that has been building up until now has finally come at you full force? The possibility of betrayal, especially your own mother.
You never truly know somebody, do you?
Well, family is the person you're supposed to know first and foremost. The people that, you lean on when the world is new and dangerous. They're the only people who can protect you when you're first brought into this world. Do you think she can be redeemed? Or has she become a heretic and a betrayer in your eyes?
For what she's done, I don't know if she ever can be redeemed.
My mentor has fallen under the corruption of chaos. I don't know how that's possible, but do you think that maybe the judgment of your mother was clouded by them to a similar degree? I never for a moment believed that my mentor truly believed in chaos being a force for good. Perhaps your mother was led astray by something beyond our understanding. Or do you not wish to entertain that idea?
I suppose perhaps it is possible. But who's to say at this point?
It's in times like this that men like us turn to faith, isn't it? Care to join me with a short morning prayer?
Sure.
Right. I'm going to kneel next to Niklaus, clasp my hands in prayers. I'm going to say, Draconis soverenus immortalis provincius. I look at you expectantly, looking for you to repeat my verse.
And I repeat your verse. There's no way I'm saying that out loud.
Right. Kain is going to close his eyes and is going to secretly pray for things that only he knows.
And I will simply pray for guidance.
Kain opens his eyes and with a deep sigh says, "Well, I hope I get what I wished for."
I'm gonna smirk for a second and say, well, the stuck pig's downstairs, and I think Galera's down there too.
Is all I am to you some hilarious caricature of a debaucherist and a philanderer? Because I will
You're
not
also a philanthropist.
I do not deny that. I also do not deny the other two self-assessments. So, what do you think is inside the egg?
Well, hopefully a dragon. But I can't sense what type.
I'm going to lay my hand on the egg. A dragon. Creatures of legend. Things that became fairy tales we've been told have long since passed this world. What if it's not a dragon egg? What if it's something else? I mean, after all, dragons have been the subject of myth for millennia now.
I can only hope with everything we've been through that this is a dragon. I have been poorly misunderstanding our faith.
There's something else I'd like to talk about. For the longest time, the faith of Bahamut has been the laughingstock of the ecclesiarchy. Unlike other gods, we could never directly commune with Bahamut. Yet somehow, during this year, in the short few events that have happened, people are now claiming they hear the voice of Bahamut, when even the holiest of our ranks before couldn't even hear so much as a whisper. What say you regarding these matters?
Bahamut works in mysterious ways. I can't tell you why he seems to be vocal now, but we've both heard it, so it's gotta be him.
Could be something else. When I first became part of the religious ranks, I came in here understanding that what's important about Bahamut is believing the idea rather than receiving actual guidance. But maybe events have been set in motions that have fundamentally altered what I believed was once fiction and once reality. I am sorry, I sound like a bard who's had a little bit too much to drink, don't I?
It's early in the morning for that, isn't it?
A bit. And perhaps this is another one of my vices I should be looking to quit.
Which vice did you quit?
Oh, well, I guess that's sort of a lie. I didn't quite quit it yet. I just made it harder to access the stuff. I'm trying to put smoking on the side. What you said to me about those things killing me eventually kind of resonated with me. Mind you, I am in no hurry of wanting to find out if heaven and hell are actually real.
How did you make it harder to access?
I simply gave my supply to somebody who'll make better use of it than I will.
Niklaus's eyes are gonna widen. You gave your stash to the wizard.
Technically a sorcerer, but yes.
Oh boy, this will be fun.
It's just ember leaf. It's not particularly strong, unless you're saying that's... Oh, right. I suppose Mr. Moon isn't known for his constitution, huh? Well, I'm sure he'll be fine. Maybe a little glassy-eyed the next time we see him, but I'm sure he's fine. Anywho, if you're going to continue playing mother hen with whatever is inside that egg, you wish to leave me with any parting words before I head back inside?
Yeah, I think we need to get to the council chambers, check in with everybody.
All right then. I will see you then. Try not to get heat stroke while up here, okay? The sun is beating down something fierce today.
All right. Well, while Pine and Niklaus are having this discussion, Moon, what are you doing?
Getting high.
Getting high.
I'm going to start by looking over, perusing what's come in today,
Mm-hmm.
and then go grab a bite to eat. And if I can take them and eat, I would prefer to do my reading in the dining room, like a regular human person.
All right. One of the books that you find, that you do notice, it just seems to be laying haphazardly, is records of dragon riders.
Ooh, like which one ran the 440?
Yep. Who ran the what is it, the Kessel Run?
Kessel Run. And then 4 parsecs. I will take that, and it will be my morning. I'm gonna. Oh man! Oh, I can do that? Nope. No, I cannot.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to get.
Oh, all right. I'm just gonna move myself around because it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
if
I'm
you
gonna
go
make
up
my way
from
to
where
the
you are,
slug pit. Oh, I am zippity doo die. Yay! All right, I went. Damn it. This way.
Probably not. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to.
There we go. I'm gonna take my book.
we'll get these.
and go and ask for some breakfast if they're serving it, and say good morning to Ms. Galera. If she's actually in there, I don't know if she is.
He is. And she'll look at you. Go like, good morning. How are you today?
You know, it's a little bit weird. It's like the same day, but at the same time, so much has happened. I don't know what you're up to today, but I do know that Sir Kine said that he was on the lookout for you. So he was looking for the archivist, Klaus. I don't know if he has found him yet, but he was on an adventure. So.
Well, if he's
What's
looking
new?
for me, he'll find me if he's looking.
Hey, I
she'll-
always say first place to look is the cafeteria.
She'll look at you and she'll give you a rundown of pretty much what she's been going through as far as like dealing with the missives of who she's been in speaking with. She will say that one of Jairus's contacts in the Silver Blades has notated that the Macaw is at full I want to say not full mast, but they are basically up in arms. Apparently the portal that they used to get to you was a direct line back to Macaw.
Direct line back to Macaw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Where is it?
After the battle, you would have saw it disappear once the last of the Silverfist members went through.
Okay.
And there weren't that many that went back.
Is there any way to... So, ADHD is kicking in quite hard right now, and my brain has just dumped.
The Ember Leaf.
Not today, but it's not that different. So could you re-say not the fact that they went through, but the part before that? Because I had it in my head and then it disappeared.
They have a direct line back to Macaw through the shadow port.
Okay, and that was, in theory, constructed by whom? Like, who would have opened that after Kine won?
It would have been opened. It would have stayed open the whole entire fight.
Okay.
Because you gotta think, Kine was only gone for like maybe like less than 10 minutes.
Yes, I just didn't know if like it started to collapse as soon as he was gone, or if there was another person holding it open. Thinking back on like what happened in the battle.
It started to collapse right before Kine and Lucius came back.
Okay.
So it's easy to surmise that it was the one of the abilities of Tal'Nakhor to hold the shadow portal open.
All right. So yeah, I do believe that that particular direct line was granted by Tal'Nakhor, probably from Chaos directly. I don't know if we can do much about that. I'm not intimate with how the shadow portals work, but they might not have the same rules when they're granted by beings of that caliber or entities. So I don't... If you have any thoughts on how to prevent a similar incursion, that would be great. Otherwise...
There might be a spell, but I don't believe they have the power now to create something that big, since Tal'Nakhor's presence has been destroyed. It might be something on a smaller scale, maybe something that would bring forth maybe 100 of the fighters, but nothing as close to the scale as what we saw yesterday.
I think that leaves at least this tower in a pretty good position. But 100 fighters placed strategically within pretty much any of the other strategic locations or kingdoms could be disastrous. It's not a large army, but an elite force could cause quite a few problems if they can get that up and running. Is there any way we could hinder their access to the shadow portals? Or is that just something we have to prepare for in terms of resource allotments?
It seems that they are going into panic mode with the messages coming from Macaw. It seems that they are going into protect at all costs there, and everyone else is going out to do the recruitments. But since word is spreading, people are hiring protectors to get themselves taken care of and protected.
Do we have anybody who's, let's say, been recruited?
No messages have come through of whether or not they've been successful at yet, but all I know is I woke up this morning to a few ravens myself, and they were all of just reports about comings and goings.
Is there a real chance to? 'Cause I know we've dealt them a heavy blow in terms of their manpower. Can we slow down their recruitment with some surgical strikes, or do you think it's time to go into the heart?
Well, in order to go into the heart, you need to understand Maca's political structure, and I'm sure Gyrus would be able to get you in contact with some of his desert blades to get you a more appropriate rundown of the land there and how to get to certain places.
Yep, that's all preparation. It's good to know we have the resources. The hard part is knowing if it's the right time.
Correct.
Because they're in panic mode, but I don't know if they're still operating with a forward-thinking agenda, or if they really are, if they've had a head cut off. The head, or if it was just a head.
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Essentially, I'm pontificating as to whether or not they are still moving forward with strategic exercises, or whether they're in true panic mode. Essentially, whether Tal'Nakhor was the head, or just a head, essentially. Like, yes, there might be a little bit in the way of, like, let's grab people as soon as we can, but if they had another strategic asset with contact to chaos, then it might not be as good as it seems. You know, going in for recruitment means they'll pick people up, yes, but they're not going to be trained, and they're not going to be true believers yet, so.
Correct. You do know that aside from Tal'Nakhor, there has been no other notations or documents of anybody who is the left hand of Tiamat. So that has never been presented before. So the big threats like that, you don't know of any. Everything else will be just mortals from what you would assume.
Do I know, or can I recall, whether or not Tiamat typically has a right hand or many hands? Is it like a Sith, there is a master and an apprentice, or is it like, you know, Xerxes of old, there is an emperor and a billion concubines?
There's usually only Tal'Nakhor.
Okay.
Tal'Nakhor is typically the avatar for the most debased people. When the avatar chooses, it chooses for what's in the person's soul. The reason why you could surmise that Tal'Nakhor's essence chose Lucius could be the fact that he was disillusioned by the Church of Bahamut, and it slowly started to eat away at him. Which also could be the reason why he perished as he did, because he still had potentially some of his old self in there.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Galera if she can come up with a short list of people either from the Church of Bahamut, from the recent schism, or really any other major player in the area that might fit the profile of Lucius, essentially someone who is looking for redemption or validation due to upheavals that might be the next target for Tal'Nakhor. Because he will likely be coming back. That's my assumption.
The
or was
book
his
that
essence...
the book that you read a while back, and I remember I gave it to you, but we haven't revisited it because we really have only talked about Tal'Nakhor once before. It takes a while for the essence to be built up to allow Tal'Nakhor back into this realm, and it's a ritual
essence,
that
like months or years or decades.
Centuries.
Oh shit! All right, never mind.
Yeah, he is not back. He, in your characters' lives, he will not be back.
Okay. So Bahamut's been weakened by Nurgle. Tal'Nakhor has been removed from whatever play Bahamut is doing at this particular point in time.
You mean Tiamat?
Tiamat, sorry, yes.
Because I was about to say Bahamut is not weakened by Nurgle.
Yeah, he was hanging out. Macaw and the Silver Hand have lost their prime with chaos. And aside from that, things are fairly stable. Is that like really what we're looking at?
Pretty much, aside from the the small contingents of Silverfists trying to raid and stuff, but you're also getting that the people are protecting themselves now.
Yep. Can I use automatic writing for recall knowledge on lore Silverfist? Because I'm not trained in that. To see if there to divine from the spirits whether or not there was essentially another connection to Bahamut within the Silverfist Macaw area, or if Lucius / Tal'Nakhor was the only one. I know
only
he was
one of
probably
what?
the primary. Essentially, the way I see it is he was likely the figurehead for communication with Tiamat.
Right.
Is there a second? Someone less powerful but influential, right? Did he have a second hand here who had some form of chaos or contact with Tiamat that could be leveraged in his place given time? Or are they really scattered to the winds and we're dealing with not the Silverfist anymore? So that's really what I want to know is was there is there another person who could be that figurehead for chaos?
All right. I'm gonna put this in this. I can't do a custom roll.
It should just be a cult, right?
A cult? All right.
I believe so.
There we go.
Yeah. I will roll that, and then I will... Whew. It is... using my occultism modifier instead of your modifier with that skill. So essentially I'm rolling occultism instead of recall knowledge with the lore. And then I'm stupefied for 10 minutes as I'm sitting there and just like channeling the spirits or the, you know,
Well,
either the spirits of the world or of Bahamut.
well, one way or another, you found favor with whoever you're attuning to. You
I will
critically
attune
succeeded.
to Bahamut if I can.
You critically succeeded. What you get, and it's like a storybook playing in your mind, is that you see a man in a turban and very fine cloth dress with gold rings, chains, coal around his eyes. He's got a handsomely not tailored, but barbered mustache and goatee. His skin is tan and not wrinkled and not leathery of somebody who lives in the desert. You're looking upon the Giran, Namlawala of Macaw. You see, I don't know why I'm giving you a vision, but you recall.
I'm writing it out like I'm a writer.
Yeah. But it's talking about what you remember is the description of the man that they're talking about, how he communes with the dark. There's also reports of him having the armored agent of chaos reporting to him, and messages from him being reported through Tal'Nakhor to chaos and then back and forth. But then you also have heard remember knowledge of a forgotten author from like 400 or 500 years in the past of a same man, the description of the same man who speaks with the darkness by himself.
Is this suggesting that the Gira is transcendent of mortal lifespan?
It could. I mean,
or just like an ancestor.
It could be an ancestor. It could be him. It could be that every Giran has to look exactly like the previous one. There's no written knowledge about secessions or crowning ceremonies.
Interesting.
And this has been, but with your knowledge of history, before the Chaos War, Macaw was actually an ally with the West before darkness overtook them, and at the time there was a Giran there who matched the same description, who fell in battle aiding a dragon rider. And after the Chaos War ended, that same man, the body was never found, and a new Giran was on the throne, but it seems as if no one remembered what the old one looked like.
He might be a 700-year-old forged lich ass. This is amazing. Okay. Well, now I am going to be digging into that book about dragon riders, because I need to see if I can figure out a little bit more about this.
Yeah?
Once my brain unstupefies, because right now I'm kind of groggy. I'm just going to sit there and I'm like... And I will, like, take my writing and I will hand it, like, Galera, and just, like, motion for her to read that as I'm eating my breakfast.
Alrighty. She'll read over it. Kind Niklaus, while Moon is in the tavern of your new abode, I'm switching it back to you guys.
think we're in the war room.
Okay. All right. Kine, you again are summoned to the infirmary because your old mentor is wishing to speak to you.
All right. Niklaus, it's been nice exchanging words with you, but something important needs to be taken care of. Limula visit when you get the chance, huh?
Absolutely.
Right. I will nod wordlessly and turn around, heading down the stairs and towards the infirmary.
Alrighty.
Are you waiting for me to narrate myself?
No. So you go to the I was trying to get my words prepped up. You go to the infirmary. Goss is still by Limmel, with his badger next to him. You walk over to one of the other beds that Lucius is in. He looks like he's asleep, but the Mistress Hasty has motioned you over to him, and she tells you that she gave him a drought that'll help with his soul, because through her ministrations, his soul has basically been untethered. But he's still here, but because the chaos was ripped from him, it's not tangible. But as you approach,
I have no idea what any of what you just said means, woman. I just need to know if he's going to be lucid and okay.
He should. He's a fighter.
That's all I needed to know.
As you walk up close to the bed, his eyes are closed, and after a few beats, he speaks. If you've come to ask whether I remember, I do. I remember enough to wish I didn't. And then he opens his eyes just enough to look at you, and enough to know you were right. I was deceived.
Friend, not happy to see me, or did you become a horse?
What do you mean?
A long face, my friend. Don't you smile when you see a friend, or have you become a horse?
I was deceived, and I caused harm to my friends.
Yeah, you used to preach to me about strength and about penance and about looking for the light in the darkness, because if it glows in there, then you know it's real. How about you give yourself a damn second to forgive yourself and give me that winning smile, the same one that pulled me out of the abyss of my own making.
I fear I've forgotten how to smile. And no, I'm not depressed or sad. I've spent so long in the darkness, believing what I was told, bringing death to this world. And all I was doing was furthering evil. I broke my chains with Bahamut, all for a lie. How can I come back? How can I smile when I know I've done so much wrong?
Well, I will ask you this then. What compelled you to stop that whoremongering Dradak from drowning himself in the docks, yo? It was none of your business. You were just passing by on your way back from work, basket full of bread. And there you saw that poor sap mumbling to himself, saying about how it's all his fault. Rope in one hand, heavy stone in the other, ready to sink to the bottom like a bad dream. Do you remember what you said? Or have you forgotten?
A look of pure shame washes over his face. Perhaps an old friend could remind me.
Be the light you wish to see in others.
I may not. Oh, go ahead.
Did you hear me?
Yes, you said be the light you wish to see in others.
Yes.
I had believed that I was restoring order. I don't know. It's so cloudy and so dark there. All I could remember was I was being lied to by the church. And the whispers, they started. I couldn't get past them. And they started making sense. And then I started believing it. And then I started seeing the cracks in the church. I started seeing people being divisive and the infighting. No one wanting to take accountability for their actions. And I thought that if I were to do something, that I could bring peace.
It's very wishful thinking and all, but I believe you told me that that the mortal races are perfectly imperfect. Here's an alternate theory. Your faith waver, chaos, being chaos, and I'm not saying this as a scholar or a member of the priesthood, or even as an archivist. But from what I've seen, chaos and evil at large cannot create, only corrupt. I believe what chaos does just brings out the worst in people, and you only started seeing the bad sides and none of the good. After all, you would not have joined the Church of Bahamut or brought me to it if you did not believe in its tenets. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
And I suggest you stop moping around, and you make your faith as unbreakable as the shield that I have made for myself, literally and figuratively. About of the abyss, or are you here to mope like some beggar?
How can I pull myself back when I have spat in Bahamut's face? When I have...
I'm gonna interrupt him by flicking him in the middle of the forehead with my finger.
Oh. Playing my old tricks on me, I see.
I'm gonna flick him again. You gonna stop me? Flick.
This broken man looks at you with a glint of a smile in his eyes. He's like, I wish I could. I have not the strength, but a wee babe at the moment.
Good. This is for all those drills you made me do at 6 in the morning. Flick. This one is for that time that you made me walk the entire day balancing a book in my head. Flick. This one is just because this is beginning to be quite funny. Flick.
As you go to flick him that last time, You see him gather up as much strength as he can and raise his arms to weakly try and stop it. I get it. I get it. I wasn't the greatest of mentors, but look at what you became.
What are you talking about? You were an amazing mentor. You simply started to doubt yourself. And you see, you still have some fight left in you. Just as you pulled me out from hard times, I'm ready to pull you out. If you don't think you can stand on your own 2 legs, then luckily you built me up as strong as I am, so you can lean on me during these hard times.
That is much appreciated, friend. I do believe I can be of some use to your organization.
Our organization. Our creed, our faith, our tenets, our lesson, immortal through him. Timeless, endless, radiating and warm. Draconis imperialis infertum immortalis.
He slightly smiles. I wasn't just consumed by the darkness. I learned. And I will say this. With each and every forging and death of the demi-humans, that vile man, I can't even call him a man, that vile thing in Macaw is doing, it's bringing chaos closer.
But it sounds to me that you need to hurry on up and get back on the working health as soon as possible. We need all the hands we can, and if you remember as much as you say you did, you'll be an invaluable asset when it comes to information regarding chaos and the Forged.
I will do what I can. Hopefully this will allow me to atone.
Baby steps, my friend. If you manage to redeem the devil, then I'm sure that yours walk will be easier than mine.
We shall see, my friend. We shall see. Now,
All
if you'll begrudge Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if you'll allow if you'll begrudge an old fool a little bit of rest.
But of course, take all the rest you need.
And he'll close his eyes again. But he's still there. He's just like
Resting, yeah, I'm aware. You don't need to narrate that part. I can infer as much. Yeah. Kine is going to stand up, don his helmet, and quietly walk out the infirmary. And as he passes Gauze, he's going to give him a light pat on the shoulder as he congratulates him for his long vigil over the vulnerable and tired Limmel.
Don't worry. I'm giving her stag blood.
I'd rather you didn't.
But it's helping. She's got color in her cheeks now.
Literal color on her cheeks from the elk blood. Kine will make a hasty retreat from the infirmary and aimlessly wander the tower just to pass the time as he mulls over his own thoughts.
All right. Your meandering takes you to the teleport room. Where various of your other friends are there
Friends is a strong word. Associates.
You've got Pilfin, Travis, Stella the pig, who is aimless now without her companion. Catherine is there. Reese is there. Millet is there. Mephisto is there. And Alistair is there.
Cool. Unless you have something planned for me, I'm happy to pass over to the reins to one of the other players.
All right. Moon, you are in the tavern. You've recovered from your stupefaction. Galera is there. She's perusing over what you've written.
Thoughts?
Well, this is intriguing. It's like information that we've never seen before. I'll have to pass this up the uppers.
Yeah. I don't know that it's anything that most people have seen. It does change things, but I don't know if it changes the short term, merely the long term. Which is what I was hoping. I was hoping we would get guidance on our next steps, but it just gave us a new target who's a bit past our reach right now.
Just because he's out of reach now doesn't mean he will be later.
Exactly. But we know who to keep tabs on, or, keep our ears to the ground for. I doubt we'll get too close to him, but definitely some questions to be answered.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna go walk around and see if I can find some of my party members. Pass this information on internally.
All right, you do that. Niklaus, what do you do?
I've made my way down to the infirmary with Gauss and Limmel to check on her.
All right. Limmel's there.
Has she improved?
Yes. She's getting better day by day. And she's not awake yet, but she is stable. You can see that Locke has not left her side either. And he has not stopped being an animated teddy bear.
Do we know is she like in an induced coma, or is this like a real coma?
The healer will basically describe it as the same thing that Lucius is going through, which is called a soul tear. Soul tears basically is when an event causes so much damage or harm to the soul, it causes the soul to become unstable. And the best way to heal that is through one of the tinctures that she brought from the Three Sisters. And it can take a week, it can take a day, it could take months, depending on how much of the soul was disrupted. And if if it's like her soul, you're looking at a shorter timeline, whereas if it was Lucius's soul, who literally had a avatar ripped from his soul, his could take longer. And that's basically how she describes it.
Well, Limmel's been here unconscious for weeks already, hasn't she? I mean, between here, then the three sisters, and like she's been unconscious and in tow for weeks, right?
I'd say for a little bit about a week, yeah.
Okay.
But it also could be that one would be something that you'd have to I would need a check from you, and let me do this. This will be a medicine check.
I guess I would also follow up question for you, DM.
Yes.
How long ago was it that we came upon the burning village with her siblings? If she's been here for a week, we were hunting for her for quite a while too, because she was missing.
Because of the time that it went from Tavaria to finding her, where she didn't have the medical care or the tincture, you would assume that it's taken a long time because of that, because her soul had unraveled more. But with your medicine check, you can see through prayer and through your ministrations, you're able to see that her soul tear is actually almost fully mended.
Nice. So I'll turn to Gauss and ask if he's been here with her long.
Since I woke up this morning.
I'll just say, good man, and pat him on the shoulder.
Want some stag blood?
And what if I... Sure.
He just hands you a regular potion.
Week, so. You've been carrying stag blood around with you for weeks. When's the last time you went hunting for fresh stag blood?
This morning.
Okay. What's the condition of our compatriots here? And I'll point to the others that I can't remember their name right now.
Kome, he's awake. He's just dealing with like being hurt really, really bad. Suzume is asleep. Kome will wave and he'll say, soon I will be back to my strength and I can be of use. Suzume, I do not know.
You just focus on getting better. We've dealt a mighty blow to the Silverfists and the Chaos just in the last day or so. Take your time.
I would love to bring forth my mama against us after what it did to my friends. And he'll look lovingly over at Suzume. What it did to the one I love.
You'll get your chance.
Just tell that Mistress Hasty lady to stop feeding me that bubbling potion she brings me. I do not like it.
Yeah, it's doctor's orders. Even I wouldn't defy those.
I think she's trying to poison me. You all do remember that when you had your visions about your eggs, that certain conditions cause your eggs to hatch more or faster. As you're all going about the tower doing your various things, you hear a thundering crack, and the whole entire tower shakes. Kine, are you on the roof?
Oh, Kine will be wherever you think his aimless wandering brought him.
Would your aimless wandering have brought you to the dragon egg?
He started there, and then he headed
Oh.
out. And
Okay.
I was wandering somewhere until I ran into somebody else.
Alrighty, let me see if I can get this.
Yay, there's an earthquake.
Get. Well, imagine with an earthquake happening, people would have ran either up or down.
So it's not letting me do what I want it to do. So I'm gonna have to go into here. And how do I change its size? There we go. Too small. 1. Let's see. And we'll figure out everything else later with this. But Niklaus, you hear a chirping, cheeping, kind of like young growl inside your head. And you hear, food? Food?
Okay, shake my head a little bit, kind of disoriented. But I imagine, having just followed what seemed like an earthquake, I would know that it's probably something to do with the egg. Yes.
Yes. You would. Yes, you would. Yeah.
I got to remember which direction I have to run past these guys to get to this guy. And I'm assuming dragon, probably carnivore. Like, grab a pig or whatever happens to be in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bolting my way this direction.
Okay. Now I'm trying to give permission to this.
Okay, so from where I was, I would have had to have gone down 1, 2, 3 to the kitchen, and then back up 2 to the. Okay, we should number these at some point.
I tried to do it as the kitchen, like kitchen up 1 over right, down 1 over left, over left.
Okay. So yeah, I would have had to really go down to the bottom of the tower to get to the. Okay, cool. So I will arrive here with an armful of meat provisions from the kitchen.
There before you sits the first living, breathing dragon in over 1,000 years. And it's a baby. It's about the size of a Labrador. And it looks at you as soon as you approach, and its wings flap happily, and it trills. And in your mind, you hear, "For me? Food?"
Yes, friend. And I'm imagining I grabbed an entire pig from the kitchen.
Yeah.
And lugged it upstairs. So yeah.
This dragon falls on the food with gusto. And as the remnants of its shell lay scattered all around the little nest, you pick up a piece, and it is solid gold. And this dragon is eating like crazy.
Back. Yeah, I'm gonna take like a step back so that I'm not like in its food space, but I'm just gonna watch joyfully.
Alrighty.
I ran past King while I was here, right? Oh, holy crap.
Hold on. That was not meant to be huge.
Stay play.
I'm trying to think of how to get you two to get this to be under your control, because this is now your actually
You may need to create a character sheet for it, attach the token to the sheet, and then attach the privileges to me.
let me do this then. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna have to do this all over again. But yeah, I figured it out now. 2, 3. And then we'll save that. Oh yeah, need to put it. Hold on. Boom. And then there we go. And then this is going to be configured ownership to Johnny. And then this is getting moved up to the party. as companion. John, do you have access to the companion folder in Actors?
I do not see that, no.
Let's see.
I see two things outside of any folders that says familiar and familiar to.
All right, what about now?
Our icon is Raven.
Yes, I see companion.
Companion, yes.
Okay. In companion, you should see your dragon and your dragon only.
I also see a young baby badger. Or a young badger.
Okay. Then that's Goss's. Matt, do you see your air method, your air wisp, your...
I see a gold dragon and young badger.
Niklaus, can you drag the gold dragon on the page?
You do not have permission to create any token for gold dragon baby actor.
So then I'll have to do this. Oh, that's why.
It's a baby actor and it has different rules.
Now try it.
Oh wow, a bunch of stuff just showed up in that folder. Oh, they got phalanx bonus too.
All right.
I got dragons, but they're multiplying.
Ooh,
all right.
I see a lot of shit now.
Okay, and I assume, like I said, I ran past JJ on the way here, or did we just never remove his token?
Do what?
Never moved.
Oh yeah, he never moved his token.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if he is up here, I'm gonna turn and like scream at him. The person was like, "Kind." Then I'm just gonna scream, "Kind."
Yeah, he's he would have been somewhere else.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm having to go through all of these. Congratulations, you now have a dragon in the party. Oh man, this is going to be fun. Save changes. Gluttonous geode. All right. And Matru, you should be able to pull out majority of these these as your companions when you call them forth. I'm having to change permissions on who does what, because both you and Johnny are owners of the folder, and I only want you owners of your actual whatchamacallit.
I will only pull out what I am allowed to pull out.
Well, I have to give you permission. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I will say my summon elemental will go up to 6th rank now, on account of being a signature spell.
Okay. Damn, I gotta put all those in there now.
You can limit it to just the ice ones. I am very
He'll do you
specific.
that.
I'll have to do that on offline.
Yeah. Well, we're not fighting anyone tonight, so.
Yeah. So with that, you have a dragon. He has been fed. Do you want to give him a name, Klaus?
I gotta think of a name.
All right.
Because my
my
juvenile brain immediately went to Falcor, and that was a little go on the nose.
That would be awesome. Falcor was a dog. All right, so we have information known about Macaw. Kine has given an inspirational speech to his old mentor, who will actually now be able to give information going forward. Moon, you have the genealogies and histories of the Dragon Riders of Pern. I'm kidding. But you have the Dragon Rider, the histories of Dragon Riders. Galera has this information, and she's passing it on to her shadow network. That has been the day. It has been pretty eventful. One thing you will also get during the day is each of you will receive an additional letter, signed the same way as the one that was found under your pillow 2 nights before. Basically saying that now the real show begins. We will meet you at the original location of the stuck pig to negotiate. And it is still signed, Your Friend in the Shadows. And that is where we will call it for tonight. What is everyone's thoughts? Oh. It is called what?
Oh, you said we'll call it for the night. I said it is called.
Any questions or concerns about the game?
No.
No, I don't think anything fell outside of the realm of stuff we were expecting.
All right.
So,
Are you? If you guys want to, you can sidebar me or whatever. After this, I gotta bounce out pretty quick. But
Yep.
You can sidebar me if there's anything you guys want me to add into the story to incorporate your characters more. I know I did the whole Lucius Vernalis storyline for Kine and kind of the Limmel storyline for you, Niklaus and Goss. Haven't really had a chance to do anything for you, Moon. So,
yes,
you guys
I meant to reach out. I had just a work week and a schlepping week, so
I'm not
get a
worried
chance
about
to
it.
reach out. Yeah, I mean,
But oh, go ahead.
backstories can come and go,
Yeah.
at convenience, so it's fine.
Alrighty. Well,
I'm a six-tailed fox demon, so
you're a
drop down.
six-tailed fox demon.
I'm a six-tailed fox demon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. We are Almeria. We are Dice and Destiny. This has been Almeria Redux Season 3, Episode 4, Where There Is Peace. And we hope to see you in 2 weeks. Will that be a conflict for anybody on the 22nd?
As of this moment, no.
22nd.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Con, you good for it?
I'll let you know if something comes up.
Roger Dodger. We are Dice and Destiny. Thank you for popping in. We appreciate all you do for us, and we appreciate your views. We will catch you on the flip side if you don't flop first. Later days.